So welcome to the first trainer book. If we go to page 55, we're going to continue with the listening. So listening part 2. Okay, here you listen to just one person. This is a conversation. And you will have 10 sentences with a gap. You need to use exactly the word or words that you hear. Okay, it says it here too. You can't make any changes, okay? No changes. If it is successful, it's successful, not succeed or success. The word that you need to write is the word that you hear. Sometimes you may be asked to spell name, like I remember I've already seen these ones. Starceny Tours, Tarceny. Okay, but I've already seen that once, so it's not that common. Okay, important, they're in order. You will have, okay, if you look at this, you will have all the sentences and they'll be in order. You'll get a paraphrase, okay, and then you will have to write, as I said, the word that you hear. And then you'll have this one. What happens is that you'll have some information in between, and obviously the sentences won't be the same. You will hear this information in using different words. The order may be different. So perhaps here lives. So lives appears here, and then the adjective that you need or noun that you need appears at the end, for example. Okay, so that makes it a bit difficult. I find this one, I find it easy because if you more or less know the word that you need, when it comes you'll know it and you'll just have to write it down. So I find it relatively easy. But anyway, students usually find it harder. Okay, one of the problems is that you get lost. Despite the fact that they're in order, you may be looking at number 9, and then they're in number 10 and you're still looking at number 9 waiting for the answer. And when you realize that you've spent too long looking at this one, you start trying to catch up, and probably you never do. You're always behind, and it's difficult to be reading quickly while listening, trying to find it. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of practice. Okay, see if we can get a bit better at this. Okay, now important, read through before listening. Think about what type of word, not just noun, adjective, because they are nearly always nouns. So you'll have to focus on it's a number, it's an amount of money, it's a language, it's a degree. That's typical. No, many times they start talking about, well, I studied blah blah. Okay, and yeah, look carefully at what comes before and after a gap. Make sure the answer makes sense, that you read the sentence and that's an actual possibility. Okay, don't write something that is crazy. So if you expect an amount of money, I don't know, so write a number. Don't write Spain. Yeah, but if it says dollars afterwards, it can be Spain dollars. Okay, so very often you hear a cue. A cue is something that introduces what's coming. Very often you'll have things like but. Many of my friends studied translation interpreting, others studied economics, but I decided to study law, derecho, for example. So it's relatively common to have some contracts, because you will normally hear words which are these structures, which are similar words. So if you need a degree, una carrera, un grado universitario, you just won't hear law, derecho. You will hear at least 2, economics, media studies, or social studies, something. And then among those 2 or 3 options, you will hear the one that the person actually studied. Okay, or my parents wanted me to do this, most of my friends did this. Okay, but you need to realize exactly the sentence that you have and the word, the information that you need. Okay, what type of information is needed. Okay, also these cues will help you keep your place on the page, like stay on track. Okay, one after another. So number 1, read the task. Okay, what kind of word do you think will fill the gap? This is just one sentence out of the 10. One sentence. Sally was hoping to see a painting showing a gallery exhibition. So different options, okay, but it will be a noun showing a city, building, I don't know. So predict what kind of word it could be, and then when you are listening, you already have some of the information. Okay, so listen to it. It's file number 5. audio file number 5. 3, 2, 1. So if you didn't get it, read the little paragraph, the audio. Okay, this is the script for the audio. And now I want you to find the distractions, those words that may have mistaken you or may have confused you, and the answer, and when the answer is coming. Okay, so stop it. Okay, I'm going to continue. If you have got the information, remember, arrive at a place, a small place, arrive in a city. So for example, rainbow, sky, castle. Okay, these are words which could be possible because it's a noun of a painting. Okay, but then the cue is I. The one of a horse I was really keen to find. So the question was, Sally was hoping to see. So she was hoping to see. So keen to is like hope, and horse is what she wanted to find. Okay, so this I indicates like okay, what she wanted to do. Okay, so now you're going to have another one. Okay, so number 5, again, read the sentence, and again listen to the cue what introduces what's coming, distractors you may find. Okay, so do it, listen to it once. I hope you've done it. You can listen to it again. 3, 2, 1. So the word is entertaining. There were other words which were distractors. Okay, for example, they are usually dull and uninteresting. So these are adjectives describing what something is like. Dull and uninteresting are more or less synonyms. Okay, but the one needed was entertaining. There was a bit of a pause. It turned out to be entertaining. So they are normally they're usually dull and interesting, but it turned out to be entertaining. So very often like this turned out to be some prediction, but then to actually describe what they saw, it turned out to be. Okay, so these are things that can help you do it a bit better. Now we're going to do the actual task. So important, read the instructions. Okay, the sentence you're going to listen to. Okay, here these are the instructions. Okay, and then nothing, read the sentences, decide what kind of information you need. You see, many of the answers are often nouns, so think about something specific. Always write your answer. Okay, and then check the sentences and the spelling too. Theoretically you shouldn't make mistakes, but in the B2 you are allowed to make mistakes. Okay, if you make one spelling mistake like successful with double L, for example, that's a clear example, and it doesn't affect the understanding of the word, you may get the point. You will probably get the point. Okay, when the spelling mistake shows that you may not really know the word, okay, like track is lorry, track, and track has other meanings, no? Like una pista, the music, or like to run, a track, una pista de atletismo. Also, if you are in the mountain, you have trails, sendas, and tracks, pistas. It's like a road, but it's a dead road, un camino de tierra. That's a track. Okay, so for example, there are two words, track. It's just one letter, yeah, but you've written a different word, so you may not really know what you're writing. So there you might not get it well. Okay, so we said read the sentence, the introduction. Okay, read it all carefully, try to think of what kind of word goes there as accurately as possible, and then just listen to it. Okay, so when you're ready, listen to it twice, try to stay really focused, don't lose concentration, and I'm going to give you the answers in 3, 2, 1. Please make sure you've done it. And give me the answers. Okay, so cousin lives. Okay, this is not writing. Neighbor, if you're ready without the U, it's correct. And we can English. Hey, water bottle. Okay, 13 mountains. So for example, I predicted this one before doing it. Here I put boat, it was a canoe, so but you see it's normally similar words. 15 parrots, I put animals, plants. 16 strong can be omitted. Yes, strong wind. Then ankles, I put a body part, so I put muscle, calf, back. Calf is gemelo, so I don't know, a body part. And she felt empty. For example, I put exhausted, well, empty when she finally got to the finish line. Okay, so this is what it is. You need to practice. Okay, you can actually, if you want to improve, one thing you can do is now listen to it and actually realize the sentence that was said, how this was different, how the order may change, and little by little you'll get better at this. Okay, so that's it, part 2. Thank you very much. Bye.